Can I at least hear my song?
Are we live right now? We're live right now.
Oh, we're live right now. Okay. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Backfield. Keith Migrant Van Ellis.
Yes, and you're back in Arkansas.
I am back. It's like my second home, dude. I live here now.
This will never pass for your second home after I've seen you hunt.
Oh, dude, come on.
You duct tape your pants to yourself?
No. You duct taped my pants to myself.
Because you didn't bring any and you had to wear some of
I had a belt and you wouldn't let me use it.
Because it was not – because it couldn't fit around your waist. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, anyway.
All right. Fair. Okay, let's get into the Indians' loss last night to the freaking Yankees. Sorry.
That's okay.
No, I hate the Yankees.
I don't like them. Nobody likes the Yankees.
No, it's just very disappointing how the pitching just went totally downhill all of a sudden. When nowhere in our 60-game season did they even look like they were even sputtering out at all. And then over 2 games, they completely just fell apart.
We got trashed.
I mean,
it was bad.
I was not expecting that. I mean, any other game, if the Indians scored 9 runs, like how are we not 60-0 throughout the rest of the season?
I'm with you on that.
Right when the bats pick up, the pitching went down.
Brad Hand screwed us. It was bad. Brad Hand, I've never been a fan of that guy. I've always been nervous, but it was bad. But see, here's the problem. I've been begging for Luplow to get left at a bus stop, and he's the reason. And he's the reason that he had that big hit. It was amazing, kind
dude.
Of. Now can we leave Hand at the bus stop?
How did Bieber have one of the best seasons that a Major League Baseball pitcher could have, and then come out and give up 9 hits and 7 runs?
It's the Cleveland curse, dude.
Dude, just stop saying that stuff.
You just proved it.
No.
You proved the curse is right there.
No,
Bieber,
don't say it.
What are we supposed to just think it?
No, just get up. I mean, get mad, get upset. Hey, things went bad, then go our way. But every time you say a Cleveland curse, you're cursed.
I thought LeBron James broke it.
LeBron James broke it?
Yes, he won us a championship.
LeBron James a joke.
I mean, I get it. I don't like it.
Like, I don't know why the freaking anybody in Cleveland likes LeBron James. That dude has no loyalty or honor whatsoever.
Yeah,
forget that douche. Anyway, now that our Indians are out of the freaking playoffs.
Now what do we do? Are you going to watch baseball anymore?
Well, no, I'm not going to watch baseball anymore. There's no reason to.
Right. I'm not. I'm done.
I mean, who as an Indians fan would want to watch baseball anymore?
Nobody.
I mean, if the Yankees go on winning this, I really will be pissed off. But
you think they're going to win it? You think they're going to take it off?
They have a chance, man. They have a chance.
They do. That's what sucks.
And the sad part about the Athletics may end up winning.
Hey, they're playing good.
Dude, they're playing really well.
I'd rather them win it.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, for sure, like, they have a really good chance of making the World Series. I mean, they really, really do.
I'm all about it.
You're all about them making it to the World Series?
Who, the Yankees?
Yes.
No. Anybody else other than them. Like them getting beat.
I mean,
if they make it to the World Series, I want to see them lose. How about that? Let them go and let someone else take them out. But Judge, do you think Judge is a good player?
Freak Judge. He ain't nobody.
You don't think so? You think he's overrated?
It's kind of like with the Cowboys. What they did with Zach Prescott and everything else. When you're the major market team, you blow up your guys, make them better than what they are.
Sure.
He is not the quality of player that they make him out to be. I don't think so.
So you think A-Rod's better than Judge?
Who would not agree that A-Rod was better than Judge?
Anybody who's ever heard A-Rod talk.
So because he talks a certain way, he's not a great baseball player?
I didn't say he wasn't a good baseball player. He's just arrogant, and he's not. He was overrated too.
No, he wasn't.
Alex Rodriguez was definitely overrated. He was a cheater. He took steroids. Take those away. He has nothing.
Oh, my God. You know what?
He has nothing.
Fine. You take steroids, whatever. That doesn't make you hit a curveball. I'm so sick and tired of this.
I'm not saying
football is totally different. Fine.
And why is it different?
I mean, I just don't like A-Rod because he went against the Yankees and bought the Mets. I mean, honestly, God, that's why I don't like A-Rod. He had no honor to his own team.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But when he played for the Yankees, he was a great player.
He was.
I mean,
he was a good player, but I'm still saying you put him in weird categories, like with other good players that like didn't
for
take
the
steroids
Yankee legacy, for the
you think
Yankee
he's
tradition.
Part of the Yankee legacy?
Yes.
How? He's a cheater. That takes it away.
How many World Series did he win with the Yankees?
I have no idea.
He won a few.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But
he won a
he
few
was
World
cheating.
Series.
Dude, he was part of the whole cheating ring.
Oh, okay.
Banging on trash cans and all those other things. Okay. They started it.
Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. Steroids is wrong. You shouldn't do it. Fine. Does that make you hit the baseball better?
No, but knowing the signs do. Knowing exactly what's coming to you does. I mean, that's all cheating. That's all in the book of, like, that's the unwritten rules. You don't do that.
What do you mean finding out the pitch is thrown against you or whatever? How did he figure that out?
They had signs. That's what the Astros did. That's what the banging on the trash cans things were.
Well, then what I don't understand is like, okay, I'm not giving any props to the Astros whatsoever. But what I'm wondering is if you can have an edge in the game, if you're trying to figure out the signs, there's one thing.
Yes, that's different.
Now, if you're videoing the other,
right,
is that what he did?
Yeah, he was part of that whole circle that did that. They were using video recording. They were using sounds. They were using all that, bugging places. He's a horrible person. I hate him. You can't put him in the same category as like.
Fine. Let's agree with one thing though, that Judge is not A-Rod.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I 100% agree.
We can move on.
So what happens if Bieber still wins the Cy Young? What are your thoughts? Are you gonna
like honestly?
Does he still deserve it? I mean, we're all pissed off right now. Right? All mad. We're all mad right now.
Like I think he deserves it, yes. But the way that their season ended, I would say no.
So strip him of it because
no, I wouldn't say strip him of it. I'm saying if he got it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Sure.
And obviously, if he doesn't get it, I wouldn't be surprised because it's usually the MVP of the best team.
Sure,
the most wins.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I mean,
with the records he broke.
Gosh, but I mean, folding the way he did when he did kind of concerns me. I mean,
well, yeah, it was bad. It was horrible to watch that happen. Postseason baseball is already ridiculous, and then watching that was even more ridiculous.
No, seeing the Athletics still in the hunt and the Indians are not
is ridiculous.
No, I'm pretty ticked off about that.
So if he wins the Cy Young, let's say, let's move to MVP. Everybody was chanting that the voting needed to happen with Jose Ramirez being at least thrown in the ring for MVP. I can kind of see it, and I talked about this like before. We need to keep Ramirez before we need to keep Lindor.
No doubt. No, I agree with you with that 100%.
Yeah, Lindor's.
But like, I kind of like the way like say college football does like the Heisman. Mm-hmm. Like they do it before any playoff game or any national championship game. They just do the regular season, who was the best player at this time. And if Major League Baseball did this right now, there's no doubt that Shane Bieber would be the MVP. You agree, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
But I don't. That's not what baseball does.
No.
Okay, they're going to give it to the best player on the best winning team.
Right. Usually, right. No. You're right. You're right. Knowing what we know now, we had a push, and it was Ramirez that put us in that push. Let's be honest. I mean, he every step of the way he kept us going, which is amazing. But what do you think we need to do now? It's off-season time now. We got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of somebody. We got to do something.
They're going to get
rebuilding.
They're going to get rid of Lindor.
They have to.
You know that.
He's gone. He's not coming back.
But what do they do when they get rid of Lindor is what I'm wondering about.
Well, I mean, do we need another ace? Right? Do we need somebody outside of Bieber?
No.
Do we have to build around pitching again, or do you think we actually go for bats?
Are you kidding me? Like, honest to God, like our pitching was great all year.
No, it was. You're right.
So, I mean, and our bats sucked.
Oh, it was horrible.
3/4 of the year.
You're right. And
why wouldn't you build around your defense or around your hitting game is what I don't understand.
No, you're right. And that's the thing. Is
but I don't feel like the Indians will ever spend money to go out there and find that guy, though. I just don't think they would.
Somebody to add to the –
Of course. They're gonna go to the AAA and try to find some guy to bring up. They're going to bring him up. He's going to do well for a couple of years, and they're going to ship him off. Somebody else is going to take him for a lot more money.
That's what we do. That's what we did with Bieber. Now, Bieber's legitimately good. I would rather have, maybe not on a playoff run, I guess, because we kind of saw Bieber fold. But I would rather have Bieber over Kluber. Like I think
Of
Bieber
course.
was definitely
Well,
even Kluber when he was like super, clutch.
What I don't like is the only thing I don't like about Bieber, when the game mattered, he choked.
He did.
That's the only thing I have bad about Bieber. The only thing. Like, it's not about anything else. Like, he produced all throughout the season. He stayed healthy. He was consistent. But when it mattered, it choked. Now, is that a fluke? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I remember he's a young guy. So, I mean, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe
25. What is he, 25?
I think he's younger than
Yeah, he's 25. I mean, that's not that daggum young, man.
I meant for the game. I mean, how many years has he been in it? 3? So 3 years, how many times has he been in the playoffs?
Dude,
So,
baseball is not football. Like baseball is not football.
No, you're right.
Like, it's not a physical game. Like, that's why kids come out in Cuba at 18 and they're really like 16 and they end up getting up playing. They don't have a birth certificate because they can actually play the freaking game. Like, it's not a physical game. Like it's all about if you got it or you don't. Like, you don't see any 18-year-olds playing in NFL because they get their freaking killed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Either you got it or you don't. Like, they just had his – I mean, I don't see how you have 9 hits. You give away 9 hits.
They gave up
like a subpar pitcher can barely give away 9 hits before they take him out. He gave up 9 hits. He gave up 9 hits.
Gave up 9 hits?
Yes.
So Beaver gave up 9,
and 7 runs.
But can you chalk that up to? I mean, it was his first playoff start. Can you chalk it up to him being rattled? I mean, he's young. He's rattled. When I say young, I don't mean he's like physically young. I mean, he's a young player.
No, you don't know.
So you just got to say, buckle down and do it. Don't let the pressure get to you.
Okay, I'm actually going to say this when did LeBron James make his first NBA championship?
I think he was young. I mean, he wasn't a rookie, though.
I mean, he was young. He was a lot younger than 25.
Sure. Wasn't it? So it's 20.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the guy, he has produced inside the playoffs.
Yeah.
At a young age, went to the NBA championship and lost. But when you get your first primetime playoff game and you give up 9 hits and 7 runs, I mean, that's saying something.
It wasn't good.
I mean, he hasn't done that. I don't think he's given up 9 hits
all season. I know, it's crazy to think about it. I mean, he did fold, but why? Why did he fold? What happened? Was it the mentality of it? Was he nervous? Something happened. I mean, he just doesn't go out there and throw like crap in the biggest game of his life.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Leading into what could be possibly the biggest game.
Like, you know, like the mentality of a professional athlete is crazy. Like, it's insane.
I know that.
Like, when pressure mounts, some people fold. Some people are better than others. I mean, it's crazy. Like other times, like you'll have some players that only produce when it's like high tense situations where they have to.
Right.
And I don't know. It's just athletes are different in general. And I just feel like.
So you feel you shouldn't.
By far, he was by far the best pitcher in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. I agree.
And then you come out against the Yankees that are not a great team.
They're really not.
No, they're not. And you give up 9 hits and 7 runs. That worries me. That worries me a whole lot.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And I mean, what really gets me is why they kept him in so long when he was giving up so much is because they had faith in him.
You got to remember, Terry Francona wasn't there. It just wasn't pleasant.
Well, nothing about, especially last night game.
Last night's game was the worst. I felt bad.
I broke my radio inside my truck.
You broke your radio?
Dude, I was so pissed last night. Dude, I was so mad.
I wasn't happy either. I kidnapped a human. It was bad. I'm superstitious. I had to sit in a very exact spot, and
You kidnapped a human.
I did.
So you run this underground sex ring or something? What are you doing?
So we're going that route. All right. Can we take a break now?
No, we're not.
We're not. We're just going straight through.
No. Okay.
You need a cigarette.
What?
Huh?
You need a cigarette already?
You keep dipping your mouth. I don't have that.
I don't have a dip.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. If we're not going to take a break, I'm going to go run into the Browns because I see a lot of bright spots right now with the Browns. I ain't going to lie. Especially when I'm going with the Cowboys this week.
But you can talk.
Yeah, we did. All right, we're going to take a break.
Now we're taking a break.
Yeah, because Keith needs to freaking smoke a cigarette.
You're not going to blame that on me. You're trying to listen to your producer. You can't hear him.
No, that's my man right there. Leave him alone.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Okay, leave him alone.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
At American Hunt, we believe that since the beginning, man has lived off the land. It's our God-given right, our American heritage, a part of who we are. From farming, harvesting the game that walks upon, or leasing the ground for extra income. The land has, through trying and changes taking place, this innate right has been taken away from many of us, losing access to land and the resources it offers. American Hunt is a platform being built to connect everyday people with landowners and guides. With American Hunt, you can list your land for extra money or guide hunting and fishing trips. American Hunt allows you to lease ground by the day so you can hunt, fish, and camp with your family and friends on private properties throughout the United States. Come visit AmericanHunt.com for more information.
Welcome back to In the Backfield with Peyton Hillis and Keith Meyer. How you doing?
I'm doing.
You feeling better now?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Why not?
The Indians just lost, you dickwad.
I remember.
Are you kidding?
I was there. I watched
You were there?
No, I wasn't there. I was in Arkansas, but I watched it.
Okay.
I was there mentally,
Okay, but you're just
spiritually.
Like
No, I'm not fine. I'm heartbroken.
I felt like I just found out Santa Claus wasn't real, and you're like,
Santa
everybody's
Claus is
fine. How
very
you
real.
feeling? Like literally, they blew the freaking game last night.
They did. I'm not happy about it. Hurts a little. It hurts a lot, okay? But if I get emotional, you're gonna make fun of me.
No, I just want to choke you out right now.
Why?
God, you're just pissing me off.
What did I do?
You just don't care.
I
Like,
care so
I don't.
much.
I just don't like
I
not
care.
passionate people.
I just
Like,
think baseball's the only
if
sport I'm
you
passionate
care, I
about.
want to act like you freaking care.
I do. You want me to say what I did? I got upset.
I don't want to hear about your sex.
See, this is why I say things.
No. What'd you do?
No, nothing.
No, what'd you do?
Okay.
What'd you do?
Lost to the Yankees last night, 10-9. There was a rain delay earlier in the game. How about that?
So what did that have to do with anything? About them losing?
I don't know, but it wasn't good. The rain delay that happened.
Because they lost.
They were up. Yeah, we were up when the rain delay. It just wasn't good. Like, the rain delay messed stuff up. Okay.
God dang.
Tell me it didn't. The World Series,
It can go
Rajat
both
Davis.
ways.
Well, sure it can.
Okay, so you
It
can't
just
blame
doesn't
the
ever
rain
go in
delay.
our favor.
If you
It doesn't.
if you say curse,
I didn't
swear
say
to
the word curse. I just said it doesn't go in our
God.
favor.
Okay. Let's go on to the Browns. Indians are over, and I have the most hope in the Indians more than anybody.
You did have a lot of hope for the
Gosh,
Indians. I
dang
can,
it.
I can see why you're upset. But this is the first time since 2014 the Browns are going to play a game above 500.
Well, I don't see how the Browns lose this game if they run the football. Anybody out there listening? God bless it. Dallas is a weak team,
Dallas is weak.
in my opinion.
Okay.
They're a weak team, weak defensively. Okay, and I know they're playing away. So what? Who cares?
Right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I mean, I just don't see how the Browns have been playing, how they do not take this game.
What about the defense?
Ours or theirs?
Ours.
Like I said, right now our defense is the weakest part of our team right now. Keep them off the field. Let's run the football. Let's keep Dak Prescott off the field.
Right, but how do you keep
run the
them
football?
Like, how do you keep them off the field? What does our defense need to do? I mean, there's holes in it, right? Analyze it, break it down. Why is it this bad?
Like right now, to me, the Cowboys have not been the running team they have been the past 2 years. Okay, most of the legwork that's been done has been off Dak Prescott and his arm.
Right.
So basically,
So protect the pass, basically. Make sure.
I mean, honest to God, I mean, I would play a lot more man and a lot more spying from my linebackers on Dak Prescott than I would play any more zone.
Really?
Oh yeah, especially early on in the game, just to see if they're going to run the football. If they're going to run the football, then you have to change things up a little bit. But I mean, I don't think that we're going to have much trouble against the running game. So we have to focus on what they're actually succeeding at. And the more that we can keep Dak Prescott off the field, the more that we're going to succeed.
Well, right.
Like, honest to God, we got two studs in the backfield that can run the football.
We do.
Let's run it. Like, let's win the football game and keep our defense off the field. So, I mean, honestly, the more our defense is off the field, the better they play. They don't get worn out.
What about Ezekiel Elliott?
Me and Arkansas Tyler are going to disagree on this. He thinks he's the next Jesus Christ that walked on water, and I just do not. I know he had a great rookie year, but ever since then, I just think that he is not, I don't think he's a Nick Chubb is what I'm saying. I don't think he's a Nick Chubb.
I don't think he's a Nick
No.
Chubb. Does Arkansas Tyler think he's a Nick Chubb?
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
think he's a Nick Chubb?
That dude thinks he's like a Greek god.
Man, I let him go buy my food today. That hurts.
Honestly,
I saw that.
you remember when was it? I think it was I remember the 2014 season. The Cowboys offensive line was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I think that was his rookie year. is when he came in. 2014, was that right? And like he had an amazing year. Then trades started happening, everything else, and it's been slowly going downhill. The life of running back. You're only as good as your offensive line.
Yeah.
But like Dak Prescott can make plays because he can move outside the pocket. He can make plays with his feet. But I just think that if we can keep him off the field, there's no way that we lose this game.
So we keep Prescott off. We don't have to worry about Elliott too much.
No.
And we just
No.
go for it.
No, it's all about creating mismatches on both sides of the ball. And I think that the Browns have more weapons than the Cowboys do.
See, but the Browns have also given up massive amounts of points too. And think about
because
I know.
You need to run the ball.
I agree. Wait, what? Our defense?
Our defense is weak
right
now. So we need to run the ball to keep them off the field. So the other team don't put up as many points.
I see what you're saying. Run the clock down. Good.
Yes.
I got you.
Okay, now you get it. You get it now.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
You know what?
Like, God. Like you like do you okay, I can say this firsthand from a football player's perspective. When you're sitting on the side, yes, I can. When you're sitting on the sidelines and the team is running 2 or 3 plays, get a first down. Running 2 or 3 plays, getting a first down. Running 2 or 3 plays, get a first down. They run it all the way down the field, score a touchdown. There's nothing more humiliating and more frustrating than to see that all the time. I don't care if it's 3 yards and a cloud of dust. It is so frustrating to see that it demoralizes the opposite team. It really, really does. And think about it, the Browns can get 10 to 14 points ahead by running the football in. It's just different.
But the Browns have given up 38, 30, and 20. You're right. We got to take as much time off because, you're right, 38, 30, 20, while Dallas has scored 31, 40, and 17.
But it's gone down every week. Let's go ahead and say that. It was 38 the first week, 34 the second week against the Bengals, and then 20 last week.
Actually, you're right.
So you can go ahead and say that the defense
is doing something. They're working something out. Is that now the reason that happening is because they're all coming together?
Maybe
chemistry.
Maybe I'm not. It's too soon to tell. But what I am saying is stick to what works. You got to find out what the Cowboys' strengths are, and you know what that is. It's Dak Prescott and his legs and his arm.
Sure.
So you take that away from him. You keep him off the field. You run the football. You do what you have to do. That's what the Browns need to do to win this football game.
And you're pretty sure they're going to win.
I am honestly, I am pretty sure they're going to win. But I do believe that the Cowboys know at this point in time that this is a make or break for their season. Like, honest to God, it's a make or break for their season right now. Okay,
Gas them up, Arkansas. Tyler, use my phone to do it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. There's no reason to say anything about any team right now 2 or 3 weeks in. I know you're saying they gave up to the Washington football team. It still pisses me off they don't have a name at this point. But at the same time, the Bengals, I don't think were as good as football team as the Washington football team is. I don't.
They gave up 32. They gave up 32.
Okay. So what?
I just wanted them to know that.
So what?
He doesn't care.
Give up 32. So what?
Doesn't matter.
What does that even mean?
Give up 32 doesn't matter. Aren't you supposed to not do that? You're supposed to keep that number low?
Okay, it's kind of like the Indians. Are we supposed to keep the number low? We have the best defense.
Yes, I'm not saying that.
We're the best defense. We're the best pitch in the world. We give up 10 runs. It doesn't mean that it freaking defines the rest of your season, does it?
Actually, that makes sense.
You said Cincinnati was worse than Washington, and we gave up more points to Cincinnati.
Said Cincinnati.
It's week to week. This is NFL. This is not junior high. This ain't Corinth High School. Like, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Like, you were talking about professional athletes here, okay? Like, every week is different. Every week is different, okay? Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So you're telling me that a bunch of professional athletes who supposedly on the worst team can't put up a lot of points one week?
We'll talk about the second break.
No, this is kind of good. This is no. You're not gassing them up on a break.
Yeah.
Come back in and make fun of me. Not happening.
So,
I thought we were still talking Browns. You flip to the next page for it. We got a lot of time left, man.
No, it's not that. I was just, this is the same guy that was telling me that the Ravens were going to beat the Chiefs because Lamar Jackson was God reincarnated, and they end up folding.
They did. That was
Yeah,
bad.
against
That
the
was bad.
Chiefs,
You're
right?
right.
Okay. End up folding.
You're right. You're right. So
Okay,
what?
just because I think that the Ravens were a better team than Kansas City, they are. I really do think they are, but they got outcoached and they got outplayed at home. Does that mean that the Ravens are going to be the same team in and out and be destroyed by a less inferior team? No, I don't think that. Okay, good talk.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
those
yeah,
two?
yeah,
You get the good talks too.
messed
That
up, yeah.
happens. That's a real thing. So what does Baker need to do?
Baker right now, I think he's playing really well for
He is.
how the season's going.
And you know
5
what?
touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. It looks like a very conservative play calling situation. That's so
It's got
far
to
up
be, and
to
it's
this
from
point.
Stefanski. But
Yes,
you defended him a lot, and it looks like it's coming true.
No,
what you said,
well-
it was needed. You defended him, and you were right.
like I said, I just think that you need to have this guy. He's young, and if you want him to be your franchise quarterback, you slowly progress him into this, especially when you have the running game that we have with the offensive line that we have. You slowly progress him into this guy that you want him to be. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Rams a couple of years ago when they made it to the Super Bowl. Goff was not a great quarterback, in my opinion, but they got to the Super Bowl because they were conservative play calling. They ran the football. They ended up losing in the Super Bowl, but they try to mold him into that player they needed to be. But I think actually Baker Mayfield is one of those guys that's going to actually mold as that quarterback that's going to make a franchise
I can see
if
that.
they give him a chance.
I could definitely see that. So we need to get Baker Mayfield to calm. I mean, it looked like he calmed down a little bit too, didn't it? Didn't it look like he was a little more relaxed?
Dude, I really do believe when he said, like, you know, this is a make or break season for my career. Like, if he really actually came to grips with that and terms with that, like, he knows what he has to do, whatever has to be done for that to happen. And so I think he's kind of accepted that, which makes me optimistic about the rest of the season.
For sure.
I mean, honestly, I know the defense wins games, but if you keep the other defense off the field, you know, that
minimize the
offense,
time. You minimize the time in your enemy's
the
there.
time
You're
of
right,
possession. Like I remember when we used to go through, you know, we used to go through every week. We go through, you know, scheme and logistics and strategy against the other team.
Yeah.
But no matter what, whoever, like I think it was like 93% of the time,
Yeah.
whoever controlled time of possession won the game 93% of the time.
Really?
Whoever had the ball.
No, so that makes sense though. I mean,
But you have to use those statistics and use them to your advantage.
even with the game changing as much as it is, does that matter still? I mean, it's moving at a faster pace. So, I mean,
I don't know really how that really changes unless you're talking about like a Patrick Mahomes or
Yeah.
Cam Newton or somebody scoring in like 3 or 4 plays.
yeah, that's what I mean. The game.
But if
they're
that's
trying to
happening,
get-
you need to fix your defense. But I'm saying at that point in time when I was playing it, hey, I act like I'm Jim Brown. I played 60 years ago. I don't think it's changed that much.
I mean,
but-
how old are you now? 40?
Shut the frick
Sorry,
up.
sorry,
You're
sorry.
34 years old.
You're not 34. You're like, what, 42?
You want to fight right now on
Nope.
camera? All right. But anyway, if you control time of possession 93% of the time, you'll win the football.
Right, but what I meant, like, I'm not saying that, like, you've been out of the game for so long that it changed that much. I meant like
That's exactly what you were saying.
no, I wasn't. What I'm saying is, like, for baseball, like nobody wants to see small ball anymore. They want to see home runs. It's the same thing. That no one wants to see them run the ball. They want to see a 100-yard pass.
Do you want to
That's
win
what I mean.
games or do
Yes,
you
I
want
do.
to see a long pass?
I want to win games.
Okay.
I'm telling you what other people want to see.
Like people only remember the winners and they remember the losers, no matter how they won or how they lost.
Yeah, I agree.
So win football games.
Right, what I'm saying is that that's the way they're trying to build the game around these type of quarterbacks who can go out there and throw a 70-yard pass. So we need to get back to basically small ball. We need to get them to run the ball, take time off the clock, keep the possession in our control, and then that's how you win. That's what you want Stefanski to do.
Yes, but what's so great about the Browns is we have so many threats on the outside that they have to respect.
Right.
They have to respect Landry. They have to respect Odell Beckham. They have to respect those guys. So they can't crowd the box. We have a great running game. So now they're all mixed up. They don't know what to do.
Right.
Okay? So you just never put yourself in third and long situations, and you'll be good. Like, just run the ball, and when you have to pass it, the thing is like we have an actually balanced offense right now to where we can do what we want to do.
Sure.
If we actually logistically strategize exactly against the team that we're playing and make it better.
Right. With him having 564 yards, putting him at 28th, should he have more at this point in the season? You think that's a steady pace? You think he's on pace to be? Because I mean, listen, he's not a Tom Brady. We know that. Okay, Cleveland knows that. But is he on pace to be at least considered as a great quarterback?
No, I just look at him as second tier to what we need to have done. He is obviously.
So you don't look at him as the main key piece for the Browns. You look at like Chubb and Hunt and Odell Beckham. You look at
I think he's a building block to be the key piece.
Okay.
But how we use that for him to be the key piece is the running game.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I have to go back to my roots. You run the ball.
Sure.
If you fear the running game, play action. Play action creates long field play or long field plays downfield.
Sure.
And that's what's going to happen if they allow to continue to do this. But I mean, there has not been yet one time where our running game has been stopped. So why would you
not use it?
Not use it.
Not utilize
Exactly.
it. The same thing we were talking about the pitchers in baseball. If something's working and it's not broken, why are we trying to fix it? So you want to build all of this around Mayfield, take the pressure off him, but you think the 564 yards is okay. I mean, that's
as of right now.
As of right now,
because you try to slow down the game.
Yep.
You try to keep the ball in the hands of your offense.
Yep.
You try to run the clock out to keep your defense off the field. Minimize the damage, stop the bleeding,
sure,
and let the other team make mistakes. That's what would be my philosophy, my strategy if I were the Browns. Let the other team make mistakes. I'm going to do what works and to see what happens.
Just capitalize on it. Well, how do you feel about that? Have we capitalized on enough mistakes this season? Because I mean, we've forced some. We've made some things happen, but have we actually physically capitalized on them like you're talking about?
Like, honestly, I think we'd have put up – I don't know if we'd have won against the Ravens, but if we'd have ran the ball a lot more, then I think it would have been a lot closer game. But what usually happens with the Browns is as soon as you get 10 points, 14 points behind, they start throwing crazy because they have to catch up.
Right.
And they just never slow things down to where they just start running the football, trying to get back into the pace of things.
And it's never easy to play from behind, no matter what sport it is.
Like, I don't understand. Like, if you want to keep Lamar Jackson off the field, what do? Run the football.
Right.
Try to minimize the damage and stop keeping the points off because Lamar Jackson is going to put points on the board.
Limit the number of times the man touches the ball.
No doubt.
Either way, or extend the time that you have the ball.
Exactly right.
That's exactly what we're going to do. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll jump into some picks, and Arkansas Tyler can gas you up, and then you can get angry.
He's already pissed me off with the Arkansas or the Washington football team.
Perfect.
And they can't even pick a name for themselves.
We'll be right back, guys.
At American Hunt, we believe that since the beginning, man has lived off the land. It's our God-given right, our American heritage, a part of who we are. From farming the ground, harvesting the game that walks upon it, or leasing the ground for extra income, the land has always provided. Through trying times and changes taking place, this innate right has been taken away from many of us, losing access to land and the resources it offers. American Hunt is a platform being built to connect everyday people with landowners and guides. With American Hunt, you can list your land for extra money or guide hunting and fishing trips. American Hunt allows you to lease ground by the day so you can hunt, fish, and camp with all your friends and family throughout the United States. Come visit AmericanHunt.com for more information.
That's so good. Welcome back to the Backfield with Michael Pedone. How you doing?
Trying to slow down a little bit.
Should we go for picks or what? Is that what we're doing this segment?
Oh, frick it. God almighty.
God's almighty. Broncos versus Jets. Who you got?
See, the Broncos suck. Like honestly, I had to pick the Jets on this one. Even with the double question mark for
what's the double
Triple
question
M.
mark? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Saints versus Lions.
I picked the Saints. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely serious about this one. No double question marks.
No. Yeah.
So Saints go over the Lions.
Yep.
Chargers, Bucks.
Bucks.
Of course.
I mean, I'm all about Tom Brady this year. But
You definitely are. You like him a lot. Not in a. I meant before this goes real bad.
Watch your mouth.
I know. Let's just Jags, Bengals.
Oh, honestly, I have Jags on this one.
You got the Jags? Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
Jags. Definitely over the Bengals. I don't know. His love affair with the Bengals is weird. And Joe Burrow.
No.
I'm
It's
sorry,
just that
sorry.
the Bengals suck.
The Bengals do suck. They're a bad team.
God dang. Vikings and Texans?
Texans.
Of course. I agree with you on that one.
Good.
Seahawks and Dolphins, obviously the Seahawks. Browns and Cowboys.
We got like an hour and a half.
Like,
we got to talk about some of this stuff, or we got nothing.
but I ain't worried about talking. Okay, we can talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Number two.
Bathroom.
Number 2, Browns versus Cowboys. Triple M over there, Mitchell Muscle Man. I actually picked the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't
to
know
beat the
why this is.
Browns.
I can't have this on my
Like,
page.
I don't know
That was
how in
bad,
the hell
dude.
that
Come
ever
on.
happened.
Come on.
Like, I swear to you, dude. Like, I swear to you, he worships Dak Prescott's the ground that he walks on.
Why? Just loves him that much?
Like, I don't understand. I guess he's from Mississippi, and he loves everybody from Mississippi.
Is he from Mississippi?
Yes.
Why don't I call him Mississippi Tyler then?
I don't know.
Arkansas Tyler?
Quit talking to me.
I'm sorry.
No,
It doesn't matter.
God.
Sorry.
Okay, I picked Browns over Cowboys.
I picked
all
Browns
day.
and Cowboys.
Cardinals versus Panthers. Obviously, the Cardinals. Panthers suck.
Oof.
Colts and Bears. Both of them suck. I picked the Colts. Ravens and Washington. God, that's a bad game. Ravens for sure. Giants and Rams. Rams. Patriots and Chiefs. Are you sure, Arkansas Tyler? No,
what you're saying or not.
I know, but they like the interaction, I believe. Do you really think that the Patriots have any chance for the Chiefs whatsoever? Why not? You're talking about how great Cam Newton is.
You were talking pretty heavy on
Yeah, like
you were on the Cam
is
Newton.
like.
Oh.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. You want to pick these? I'm reading them off.
It's your show.
Obviously, I think the Chiefs will beat the Patriots. Yes, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Bills and Raiders. I have to say the Raiders, dude. I'm sorry. No,
I'm going Raiders.
Yeah, me too. Yes. Eagles and 49ers. Dude, Eagles suck. I think I can play for the Eagles right now. Yeah, I picked the 49ers. Falcons and Packers.
Please don't tweet that.
Falcons and Packers. I actually will pick the Falcons over the Packers.
You're going to pick the Falcons?
Yes.
Why? Just to make him mad?
No.
Okay.
The Falcons have been so snake bit over the past 3 weeks.
Define that. What does snake bit mean?
Snake bit means like they can't get things together. Like one thing falls apart. Like like honest to God, the Falcons could easily be 3-0 right now, but they haven't been. Like something will fall apart. But I think this is the week that they pick it back up and they beat the Packers.
Nice. I like it. Here we go.
Okay.
MVP thoughts, and then I'm out of notes, man.
Okay. We're not worried about it.
We're not, I guess.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes is obviously the number 1 in our MVP thoughts right now, and he should be. I mean, he's played against quality opponents, and he's came out on top, and he has won ball games. As of right now, he's 3-0, 898 passing yards, 5th in the NFL, 9 touchdowns, tied for 3rd, 0 interceptions.
That's amazing, kind of, right?
I mean, he's tied for 1st, but I'm wondering who he's tied for 1st with, because that's kind of impressive. and he has 91.8 quarterback percentage and 67.8.
Aaron Rodgers is who would be tied for first with.
Is that what it says?
Sorry, two names.
It's tied. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was wrong. I admit that I'm wrong when I'm wrong. Sorry,
You do.
I admit that I'm wrong.
I guess.
But what really confused me is I just don't think the Packers defense is that great. I don't see how they're winning that. I don't see how they're winning the way they are.
Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
Right?
Honestly,
is Aaron Rodgers better than
great
Brady?
dude. No, Aaron Rodgers is a great dude. Is he better? Nobody's better than Tom Brady.
Nobody.
I was telling you how Patrick Mahomes made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Tom Brady did it first. That dude has gone years. How he has done what he has done has been amazing. You go back and watch his NFL Combine video, you're thinking, how the heck could this dude even play in junior high football? And this dude has come out to be the best quarterback that's ever lived. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy. Russell Wilson, look at that.
Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. I would love to put Russell Wilson in any offense in the National Football League, and I think that he would do great. But he also has a great coach and a great organization behind him. So I think that's why he does as great as he does.
Who's the MVP? Who's the next MVP?
As of right now, if I had to pick right now,
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's going to stay the MVP.
No doubt.
So he's so if we kind of transferred from the NFL era of Brady being the best to now possibly Mahomes being the face of the NFL?
I really do, just because as of last week, I don't see how last week didn't show, as at this point in time, how the Ravens and the Chiefs were the best two teams in the NFL. And what he did to the Ravens, how he did to them, how he doesn't catapult himself to where he's at now.
Sure.
Now, as the season goes on, things may happen, whatever, injuries,
Sure.
whatever.
Sure.
But as of right now, he's clearly the front runner, in my opinion.
Well, not pick a sleeper candidate. Who possibly could emerge? There's a lot to pick from, but who could possibly emerge? I know it changes week to week and day to day, but what is your pick?
Gosh.
God Almighty.
God Almighty. This may be unorthodox, but I'm going to go with the same two teams in the NFC South would be Tom Brady or Drew Brees.
You think Tom Brady or Drew Brees could be a sleeper candidate?
Definitely.
I can see if Brady goes off. Yeah.
Honestly,
how do you feel he's playing right now? In all honesty,
new team, new system, new players. They're 2-1. What else do you expect from the guy? Honest to God, what else do you expect from him?
Right.
To be honest, Drew Brees has been in the same offense, the same scheme for many years. There's no doubt that they can work themselves out of a hole if they get in a hole. But Tom Brady, he's in a new scheme, a new city, a new offense, new scheme, new head coach. If he comes out and ends up winning the Super Bowl, how does he not become the new? How does he not the MVP?
That's crazy.
That's what I think.
See, so Brady's playing just like you expected him to, just like everything. You thought – I don't think I expected him to come and play crappy, but I didn't expect him to come and play as best.
I'm going to be honest. I expected Brady to be either better or where he's at right now. I didn't expect that Cam Newton and the New England Patriots would be doing as good as they are right now.
Well, you weren't on the Cam Newton train from the beginning. That's because you know how he is.
Because I don't like Cam Newton.
Right.
But I still didn't think though that with what the New England Patriots had that they could be as good as a football team with Cam Newton besides Tom Brady. But obviously, I didn't give Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels enough credit, and they're obviously doing a good job with it.
For now, though. For now. Wait till he gets a big head again. That's what I feel is going to happen. He's starting to play better. Is Belichick going to be able to rein him in? Is he going to be able to take that head and squish it down a little bit?
But from what I've been hearing, though, is the Patriots are the only team that's going to pick him up.
Yeah.
And inside, a football player knows that. And so either like you grow up a little bit and you start playing a little bit better, in which maybe he's doing or maybe he's not. I don't know. But I mean, obviously, it's worked out for him right now because he hadn't played this well with the Panthers ever, as far as percentage wise.
Really?
Like, I don't think so, ever. Like, I mean, they're obviously putting him in positions to make him successful. He's been very successful on the offensive side of the ball. Now, the defense side of the ball is a totally different situation. I mean, I don't see how they beat the Chiefs, but then again, anything can happen.
Well, I mean, but that's my point. Like, it's the same thing we do with OBJ. We talk about it. If he can rein himself in, if he can focus himself, he's a diva. That's the problem. And so is Newton. They're divas. So when they start winning and they start doing things, I mean, what's going to happen? Is Belichick? Does Belichick have enough coaching capabilities without a quarterback who is wanting to win or not, who is a little bit more down to earth, I guess, than dealing with a Cam Newton type diva when he explodes?
I think Cam Newton's totally different from OBJ. And
really?
Yes, just from the instance of when Cam Newton came to the league, the Panthers were nothing. He built them up to something where they actually did make a Super Bowl run.
Right.
So Cam Newton knows what it is to try to build the team up and try to win, even though they didn't. But OBJ is in a totally different situation. He's a tremendous athlete, but he's never been in a situation where, like Shane Bieber was this freaking past week, where you had to make or break and win ball games.
Yeah.
And then when you don't get the ball, you bitch and complain. That's all I've seen from him so far lately. From OBJ.
From OBJ.
Yes.
And we talked about that a couple episodes ago when we were, because I mean, when everything was going down, we got our, obviously we lost the first game, and he immediately came out and was whining and complaining about things in the locker room. What does that do? If let's say when you were for the Browns and you were whining and complaining, if you whine and complain about not getting the ball enough, do players look at you different, or do they just ignore it and just move past that? Not that you ever did that.
A lot of it's acting. Like, a lot of it's acting, but what I don't get is that if the team wins, you win. Sure. Like, the thing about it is, it's almost like being in a happy marriage, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
And like, if the wife's happy, then everybody gets good graces. Like, it's kind of like the team. It's kind of like the team, though. Like, if the team is winning, then everybody looks good. If the team's losing, then everybody looks bad. So, like, he needs to look at the standpoint, like, whatever I need to do to help the team win, let's go from there.
Sure.
So right now we're above 500. We're going into a game that we can win hands down if we run the football.
So, so take away the fact that you know what we need to do. We have to run the football. We broke that down. What is going through Stefanski's mind right now? I mean, when you're putting these plays together and he's doing things, how are they personally preparing for that? Or how would you want to see him prepare for the Cowboys? Or what do you think he's doing to prepare for the Cowboys?
I would hope he would prepare for the Cowboys the way that I would. And as Arkansas Tyler already said, our defense is not playing as well. But even though we're giving up less points week to week, no matter who the opposition may be, like you try to keep their best players off the field. That's what you do.
So that's what Stefanski's probably – they're going to go in their meeting right now or whatever, and they're going to start talking about that. And then that's what they're going to come up with. Their game plan is going to be, hopefully – because Stefanski's a heavy run coach anyways. So in his mind, he has to be talking about that.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about it is that I really do believe that if Stefanski is the guy that's going to be with the Browns organization for a long time, he has to learn to win ball games with what he's got.
Sure.
He's got to learn to adapt and forget about the system that he grew up in and learn about what the talent he has in front of him.
Which is all.
I don't see how you have Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb as a tandem and the great offensive running game that we have as an offensive line, and you don't say, I'm not going to use this.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to use this as my base.
At least until somebody starts figuring out how to stop it, right?
But that's just it, though. You have OBJ and Landry on the outside to make plays if they stop it. They have to respect those guys.
Oh, yeah.
So that's if they're going to put more to the running game, then that's when it's going to open up for OBJ. And that's what OBJ has to understand. Like, I mean, you can't. There's not enough people on the field to cover both, and so
No.
you got to figure it out at some point in time. But at first, stop me running the ball. If you can't stop me running the ball, I'm going to run it all night long, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win because you can't stop me. I mean, I'm going to run out the clock, and I'm going to put more pressure on your offense to score more points because
Right.
that's what has to happen for you to win the ball game.
So in Stefanski's mind frame, he's going to go back to what we expected with Stefanski anyways, but we kind of got away from it. I mean, he kind of got away from it in a sense, but when he's not running the ball, it doesn't make
Similar to
sense.
Stefanski, though, with Minnesota, they always a lot of they kind of like what Shanahan did back in the late '90s and early 2000s, like to run a lot of two tight end sets.
Yeah.
And now I don't think they're in that position because is Njoku, is he still out?
I'm not sure. Is he?
I mean, if Njoku's still out, like, honest to God, you don't have that in your arsenal anymore. So you obviously have to adjust to that. And so now when you adjust to that, you got to figure out how to run the ball with what you got. If you have to go to different personnel, which is what they have to do. Because, I mean, instead of too tight, you have to go to 21 personnel or 11, 12 personnel or something like that.
Sure.
Try to figure out how to run the ball. But, I mean, no matter what, the Browns can run the football. Let's run the football and let's see what the defense does, and then we'll work off of that. But let's start with something that you can make less mistakes off of, wear out the clock, wear out the other defense, and win ball games.
Sure. No, it makes sense. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some more Browns because we got a lot to I think we got a lot to talk about. You went through the notes pretty quick, so we'll make some stuff up.
I don't know if we'll make stuff up, but
We will.
yeah, good talk.
I'm definitely
Good
going
talk.
to make stuff up. We'll be back.
At American Hunt, we believe since the beginning, man has lived off the land. It's our God-given right, our American heritage, a part of who we are. From farming the ground, harvesting the game that walks upon it, using the ground for extra income, the land has always provided. Through trying times and changes taking place, this innate right has been taken away from many of us, losing access to land and the resources it offers. American Hunt is a platform being built to connect everyday people with landowners and guides. With American Hunt, you can list your land for extra money or guide hunting and fishing trips. American Hunt allows you to lease ground by the day so you can hunt, fish, and camp with your family and friends on private properties throughout the United States. Come visit AmericanHunt.com for more information.
Welcome back to In the Backfield with Keith Meiger and Pedone. We're live. We're talking about stuff. What are you talking about?
I was just going to ask.
Sure.
Because I never got the full end of the story with the
Really
Mike
scared about what's
Tyson,
about to happen.
Roy Jones Jr. fight. Whatever happened with that?
Mike Tyson won 2 rounds.
It's still,
It
still
shows.
negotiation.
Why?
Did you see what Mike Tyson looked like? He was destroying that bag. He's on.
Then why would you accept the fight in the freaking first place?
They thought that there was a no knockout clause.
Well, that's a freaking idiotic move.
That is pretty bad.
That's like saying I'm going to play football, but we're not going to tackle each other.
That's flag football.
And
That exists.
yeah, but that's not boxing.
No, you're right. But I was saying the comparison. That's like shadow boxing. They thought they were going to shadow box.
Okay.
Sparring. That actually technically was considered sparring.
You know what?
I know you.
I never thought I would admit
sparring.
this. I never thought I would. No, I don't believe in sparring.
No, I know you don't. I
Okay.
really know you don't.
Number two, like I would never agree with this until now after I've seen you hunt.
What did I do?
You were on the stand for a minute and 30 seconds and you ran out of gummy bears.
It was no.
You wanted to get off the stand.
No. It was not a minute 30 seconds when I ran out of gummy bears.
What the hell's Mark?
It wasn't a minute 30. It was 2 minutes. I ran out of gummy bears. So I missed a whole other 30 seconds. And then I started eating my pretzel crisps.
Did you really use the term pretzel crisps?
Yes, they're delicious. They're low-cal, great snack.
No wonder.
So I brought it into the stand with me.
God.
I ran out. I was up there for like 17 minutes.
17 minutes.
I didn't.
For the principal.
Like you know, like what really upsets me is
You didn't have any
it's like I
pretzel
put this dude always in the best position. He's like, I never seen any deer. And then like he's like,
Okay,
you know what?
no, he's right. He put me. No. He put me in the best.
Can I talk, please? And at the very end, he's like, you know what? I did see the ass end of a deer at the very end.
Well, I did.
There is no telling what he missed out because this dude's on his phone and smoking like a chimney.
I wasn't smoking while I deer hunted. I was doing a dip.
A deer. God dang, dude. I don't know how I'm going to make it to this hunting show with you. Like, I really don't.
We should play the trailer for the hunting show. That's
Dude,
there you go.
with Lobo? Lobo.
We don't have that one with Lobo yet.
Lobo's going to make the
You're giving
show.
out too much information.
Okay.
You don't want to talk about Lobo yet. They got to ease them, and trust me, you need to ease into Lobo. You can't just throw Lobo at somebody.
I'm not going to argue with you anymore.
And
So I just got some for sure information over text a while ago that we're going to have Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump Jr. on next week.
on the same
For
show.
sure. Yes, for sure.
That's gonna be fun.
So that's going to be
We're gonna
good.
talk Giants or Jets. Are we talking politics with them?
We're going to let them have the floor. And then if they say something, we don't agree with, you know me, I'm going to talk.
You punch them.
Yeah.
Throat punch them.
I mean, did you watch the debate?
It was like 2 children crying. The one didn't know where he was, and the other one.
Like Joe Biden looked like he was
Twitter, though.
dead, like just got out of a casket, like he had no blood, like to his face
He's very.
whatsoever.
Doesn't he look like Walter, the dude that makes the? You know what I'm talking about? The Jeff Dunham Walter.
Oh, yeah.
He does look like Walter. But I mean, Trump was on Twitter, and it was
Like I expect Trump to be Trump. Like that's who Trump is. Like I get it.
Well, Biden has dementia, so we gotta expect that. Or dementia, what I say?
Yeah, but Trump didn't give him enough time to talk to where he can look stupid. It was just like just ridiculous. Like the whole thing was ridiculous. I couldn't even watch it.
So we're gonna have them on
Next week.
So we're doing dual guests.
Yeah, we're doing dual guest next
That's
week.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, it will
I'm
be.
excited. Are you gonna yell a lot?
Yeah, most definitely.
That's gonna be fun. I'll be in Ohio.
That's who I am, baby.
I'm good.
Like if I hear something that's bull crap, I'm going to let them know about it.
I'll be in Ohio, so you're gonna have to deal with it.
No,
He says it's nothing
no,
new.
he's afraid I'm going to fight him every week, so it doesn't matter.
Are you really?
He win.
Oh yeah, he would.
I know he win.
I mean, you could just go underneath him.
Yeah.
Just like do a figure 8, he'll pass out.
That dude just runs underneath the car. I'm done. Like, I can't
It's like
find
a
it.
mouse. He's gonna go, he scampers away. So you're gonna talk about the hunting show now that we brought it up?
Why not?
Sure, let's talk about it.
What are your thoughts?
I love every minute of it.
Like, I mean, like as of right now, like what we've recorded, do you think that the public is going to like what we're bringing?
Absolutely.
And why is that?
Because you make fun of me a lot, and people like that kind of stuff.
Have you seen you?
What the hell does that?
Have you seen your face?
I have.
Okay.
What? That's so mean. Like that. You're just being
so mean.
Yeah,
that's so mean, Mr. Payton.
Yeah.
Get the freak out of here,
Mr. Pat.
I'm tired of this crap.
Oh, see, I
just feel sorry for yourself.
I feel sorry for myself. You made fun of me for eating gummy bears.
Okay.
I didn't feel sorry for myself.
4-year-olds eat gummy bears.
You never had a gummy bear after the age of 4?
No.
You're lying.
I know. I haven't. And then if I actually ran out of gummy bears, I wouldn't gripe about it.
I didn't gripe. I just simply said it's minute 15 and I don't have my rations.
15. Minute 15 and you didn't have rations. What are you talking about?
I had my mom. Then I almost ran out of water. I took like 4 bottles of water with me. I ran out of them.
This dude,
my pets. What?
Like, how are we so different when we like each other? I don't understand. Like, this dude acts like he runs out of water for 15 minutes. He's gonna die. He acts like he's in a Nazi concentration camp. After 15 minutes,
pretzel crisps.
If you say pretzel crisp,
sorry, pretzels. Pretzels that are crispy ran out, and I fed some to the deer. I tried to lure them in with the pretzel crisps. See,
that's what he puts.
I knew it.
Okay.
I give you some of my pretzel crisps.
So Tyler, I have to give him like total, like 100% like accommodations to that because he just totally pissed me off because none of that was true whatsoever. And
I brought a meat stick too. God dang. Yeah, I can't have meat sticks now either. I had protein. I needed protein.
Your wife wonders where your meat stick is.
Wow. That hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
This is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I got no meat stick.
No, it's fine. No, okay.
It's not fine. What do you mean it's fine?
It's fine.
That's
okay.
Good, yeah.
As of right now, since my dang Indians have lost, like I really thought, like they were going to make the World Series. Like I'm so hurt. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm butt hurt. Like over this whole crap. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm so pissed off.
I'm not happy about it.
No, like I'm wondering 2 things. Let's go ahead and just throw it out there. Who do you think is gonna make the World Series now?
That's my wife's response to your little comment about no meat stick. Thanks. She finds that funny.
Well, I mean, the woman's always right.
No, the woman is not always right.
Well, anyway, who do you think is going to make the World Series?
Yankees.
And who is your favorite
Yankees
to make it to the Super Bowl as of right now, as we stand?
To make it to the Super Bowl? That's tough. I don't know. I don't know. I think the Yankees are honestly going to make it to the World Series, though. I don't think they're going to win it, but I think they're going to make it.
Dude, they're just not that strong of a team to me.
No, they're not, but I think they have the momentum to go. What about the A's? I can see that happen. I was surprised the Twins got out, and Chicago still has a chance. So I mean, and the Braves are in too.
If the A's make it, then I want to curse the freaking Indians if they make it. That's ridiculous. But I mean, honestly, like I don't see how the Chiefs don't make it in the weak division that they're in.
So the Chiefs make it. Who else? I mean, I can see the Chiefs making it. What do you think, honestly, looking at we've been 3 games in. You said 3 games in, you'd be able to kind of give a little bit of a detail on what the Browns are going to do, how they're going to make it. What do you think now? We're week 3 in. What's happening?
Well, I'm going to admit when I'm wrong, and I can't tell right now. I got to see when we play the Steelers.
Okay.
When we play the Steelers, then I'll know. Because the Steelers are a dynamic defensive football team. They are a great.
I mean, they're a dynasty. They're a dynasty
football team
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
When I see them play the Ravens, I see them playing a lot better football game if they run the ball. But with the Steelers, the Ravens don't have the defense that the Steelers do.
So what do they have to do though? I mean, they're going to have to. Is it still going to be more run heavy, or are we going to have to? You're going to have to do something.
You're going to have to start running the football. You're going to have to see what what the Steelers are respecting from the Browns, and then you have to move from that. You have to outmaneuver the other team of what they're, that's why halftime is such a big deal in the NFL. Why teams come out either slow or hot at the beginning of the game or end of the game because they figure out what the other opposition
They make the adjustments if they need to.
Yes, but the Steelers' offense, Big Ben is not Big Ben anymore.
You don't think so? No. You think he's losing a lot of his?
Hell, he's 40 years old, man.
So is Tom Brady, but you still think he's the greatest thing to ever touch the football field?
He is.
No, he's not.
Who's a better quarterback than Tom Brady? The dude, my God, he's played for every year he's played, he's freaking been to the Super Bowl 10 freaking years out of the years he's been in the Super Bowl. He's been to the Super Bowl like 8, 9, 10 times. Are you kidding me?
You just give me like 18 different numbers for 2 different stats.
All I'm saying is how do you not say a guy that's been to the Super Bowl 8 times is not
I think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks. I don't think he's the greatest football player ever.
Who would you put better than him?
Number 40, Peyton Hillis. Dude, you were awesome. You made the cover of Madden.
I'm going to so in the face right now. And like, honestly, I want to think highly of myself, but I want to punch you in the face.
You think highly, huh?
Right now. So bad.
So do you think
there is nobody better than Tom Brady? And
ever?
Honest to God, I'm really not a Tom Brady fan, but you cannot deny what the dude has done.
Game, and I get that. I get that.
You cannot deny what the dude has done. He's made a deal with the devil. There's no doubt about it.
I respect people that make a deal with the devil.
Well, I don't either, but he has. The dude has freaking denied everything that a quarterback should do or should not do with less. Like, Troy Aikman, Steve Young,
Tim Tebow,
Joe Montana. They all did things with great talent around them. They won great things. Tom Brady did those things with nobody around him. Nobody.
I mean, Randy Moss was good. Right? Gronk is good. No. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying they're good.
So you're going to tell me you're going to relate them with Michael Irvin, Jay Novacek, Emmitt Smith, with Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Ken Norton. What?
Randy Moss and Michael Irvin's.
They're close,
Randy
man.
Moss is up there.
Yeah.
Okay, you're telling me that they had the same talent that the Cowboys and San Francisco had when they won the
Hey,
Super
the
Bowl.
team as a whole, no.
Okay,
But you just brought up Michael Irvin and Randy Moss.
okay. Then who was the running back
Which you
with Randy Moss? Say in 2007, who was their quarterback?
2007, they had Kevin Falk.
Kevin Falk. You relate him to Emmitt Smith.
Lawrence Monroe.
No, Falk.
Okay, all right, then. Just shut up.
Well, now he does. Now Emmitt Smith is less than Kevin Falk. How about that?
I'm so tired about it. God dang it, dude.
I was agreeing with you. You told me to shut up.
God. Tom Brady is by far the best
Quarterback.
football player.
I mean, just overall, you think he's honestly the
Overall.
best? Like, joking aside, you really
Overall.
do think he's overall the best player?
The best football player that has been on this planet, by far. Take it or leave
What
it.
about other planets? Well, you said planet. There's only
Did you
one Earth.
really?
Do you really think there's other football players elsewhere?
Whatever you want to say, he's the best football player that's ever lived,
There you go.
by far.
By far.
By far. How anybody denies that, give me one reason why they deny it, and I'll debunk it.
You're just going to punch him in the face. You're
No,
gonna
I'm
debunk it. You're just
going
gonna kick their face.
to debunk it. I'm not going to use
I just said you were the greatest player ever, and you almost hit me.
because you're a freaking sarcastic dick.
So is Brady the best quarterback in the league this year?
I would not put anything past him.
He's the
I'll
greatest.
put that.
Is he over Mahomes?
You know what? I will tell you this. If Tom Brady played for the Kansas City Chiefs, I'll put him over Mahomes any day of the week.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because of what? Because of the weapons Mahomes has?
Because of the experience.
Oh, okay.
Because of the talent. Like the Brady has
kinda can see
learned
it,
to do less with
seriousness.
more his whole career. Like, honestly, when this dude wins Super Bowls, he wins with people that you can't even remember who he won with.
That is true.
There is nobody that is a great Hall of Famer that he has played with Nobody.
You don't think Gronk's gonna be?
Gronk's not going to be a Hall of Famer. Are you kidding
He's on the
me?
Masked Singer. He did a good job on that. You don't watch the Masked Singer? I take it.
I cannot believe you just even said that.
He was. I was just stating a fact. He was on the Masked Singer. I don't know.
So that makes him a great football player?
Dude, I pick like all these sports players after they're done with their career. That's how I choose if they're great or not. Peyton Manning, awesome commercials.
That just shows
Aaron
you how
Rodgers,
retarded you are.
yeah,
But
we almost
anyway,
made it.
yeah,
Almost made it.
Just because I'm on Dancing with the Stars, I'm a great football player.
I can't tell anybody that it didn't happen yet.
What the hell are you talking about? like, honest to God, like this is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. This is really ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
No, seriously, who's a better football player than Tom Brady? Tell me one.
I don't know.
That done it when he's done.
As a quarterback, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I think he's the greatest quarterback ever.
Who's the greatest football player ever?
Nobody? You think he's the best ever? Best ever. Okay.
Thank you.
Like this.
That's the motherfucker that never agrees with me, and he agreed with me. At best ever.
Ever. I
Ever.
agree. I was asking
If I saw him in person, I would say, you're the greatest football player ever. I'm glad to have lived during the age of the greatest football player ever. Thank you, Tom Brady.
Would you sweat autographs?
No, because I'm not going to belittle myself.
That might have been the most real comment you've ever said on this show.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll say I can't beat you in a football game, but I will whip your ass.
Oh, that's funny. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
At American Hunt, we believe that since the beginning, man has lived off the land. It's our God-given right, our American heritage, a part of who we are. From farming the ground, harvesting the game that walks upon it, or leasing the ground for extra income, the land has always provided. Through trying times and changes taking place, this innate right has been taken away from many of us, losing access to land and the resources it offers. American Hunt is a platform being built to connect everyday people with landowners and guides. With American Hunt, you can list your land for extra money or guide hunting and fishing trips. American Hunt allows you to lease ground by the day so you can hunt, fish, and camp with all your friends and family throughout the United States. Come visit AmericanHunt.com for more information.
was really pissing me off since they took half the freaking season off.
We're live.
I was a Cardinals fan too growing up, and it pissed me off they took half the season off, and now they're where they're at. That pisses me off.
We're back here in the backfield with these migrant paying hills. We've been live for a second. That's okay.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
So, what's wrong with the Cardinals?
Well, they took a lot of the season off, and now they're in the hunt to win the World Series. Is what I don't like. And I'm not gonna lie. I grew up as a Cardinals fan, but that's a lot of bull crap.
You were a Cardinals fan?
Yeah, I did when I was a kid. But then now, like, when they actually entered the season to where they're at now,
yeah, it's
almost as blasphemy as what the Astros did, in my opinion.
They cheated?
Oh my God! Why wouldn't you think they wouldn't?
Well, I mean, how do you cheat in that? Like, what do you steal plays? I guess you do that.
Well, not just that.
I don't know how you would cheat.
You take games away.
How they take games?
They didn't play a full 60-game season.
I mean, yeah, I can see it.
They didn't play a full 60-game season.
They're up 4 now.
They're up
4. Yep, bottom of the 3rd. Runners on 1st and 2nd.
Well, they've always had a great bullpen too. So
the Cardinals have always had a good bullpen.
Always.
They've
always had a decent bullpen, man.
I can see it. Who's their ace right now? Do they have one? Do they have like a solid?
They still have Carpenter.
So Carpenter's still they're solid.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay, and it has to be Carpenter, but they've always had a decent bullpen.
I do think it's kind of odd that they were able to take games away, and then them still be able to make a run.
Because of the COVID bullcrap, which we're getting with the Titans that you're going to bring up.
I'm not.
No, yes, you are.
No, I get yelled at when I bring up stuff like
that.
that.
How about this? You bring it up, and I promise not to yell at you. How about that?
So the COVID thing. so the Steelers game has been postponed because of COVID. A lot of people tested positive for it.
Is that all you got to say
Wow.
before I bust into this? You got to make sure that you say everything you have to say before I get into this.
Oakland just eliminated Chicago.
Are you trying to change the subject right now?
I think
because I don't like it.
And Atlanta, no, I already did that. He already did that. Yeah, we also.
God,
COVID is bad. I get it. The teams, the guys, the people tested positive for the disease or virus or whatever it is, and they didn't wear masks or something, and now everybody's sick.
Okay.
There we go.
Nobody is in harm of COVID unless you're underneath the age of 60.
So if you're underneath the age of 60, you're in harm of it.
Okay. The flu. Over 60. That's what I mean. Oh, sorry. Sorry, everybody's waving their hands around here. Forgive me. Over 60, you're not in harm, especially if you're a professional freaking athlete. Like, what's the difference in the flu and pneumonia? Like, if you catch the flu, you're just not going to stop a freaking game because you have the flu. Are you not?
No, you're right.
So why did you postpone a game because of COVID? Why? Give me one rational explanation of why you would do that. I'm talking to you.
But I agree with you, though. I don't think it's bad. I'm on your side. You're preaching to the choir, but everybody else hates me for it. I say things, people start yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you.
Not you, other people. Actually, the 2 people stood over there and talked crap to me the most about when we bring this up.
Did you take your tampon out?
Yes, I used it for deer hunting last night.
That was really funny. Thank you. Oh God! Like, it amazes me, like how stupid people are when it comes to this stuff. Like, people have lost their businesses, they lost their livelihood over a stupid Chinese virus. I said Chinese. Sorry. Wuhan, Chinese, Beijing, I don't care. Whatever the virus may be. Who cares? I don't care. Shut up. It's time to start speaking truth here. And now we're going to end our lives because of this virus, and we can't even play a freaking professional football game with superior athletes because we're afraid what? They're going to die? When we just had a guy over in Los Angeles, Pierce, a dadgum player's lung with a dadgum needle.
Yeah.
Now that's serious.
Like COVID, like I get it. We don't need to be worried about COVID, especially if you're an athlete. We've talked about this before. If you're an athlete, you're not going to die from it. You're just not going to. I mean, the virus, the COVID. I won't go in as deep as you did. The COVID virus is bad, and it's bad in the sense that if you're
what is wrong with saying this started in China?
I don't know. Everybody has a problem with everything we say.
Who cares? It started in China. Who cares?
I mean, it did start in China.
Okay,
right.
it's the Wuhan virus. That's what it is.
Isn't Lyme disease named after the city it was in, or town it was in, or whatever? Lyme.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm trying to defend your stupid point.
My stupid point.
Yes, it's a good point, but
my point is stupid, even though it's reality.
This part's your fault from here.
Yeah. I agree with that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. No, like Lyme disease.
Yeah, Lyme disease was made. It was not made, but it was.
I'm
telling you, Lyme disease is found, and where are you going?
Please.
No, I'm making your point. Listen,
Like,
you said I've defended the fact that you said China.
What city was Lyme disease named after?
Somebody look that up. So,
Please, no.
damn it.
I mean, there's only like one city even close, like Lima, and it's like Brazil or Argentina or something.
Lima.
But like, I doubt it. Like it came from there. But go ahead, tell me. I cannot believe you're actually looking on your phone for this. You're gonna look freaking retarded right now.
Shut up. Your fingers can't reach my buttons. Be quiet.
Oh, that was a sexual comment.
Oh, Keith, what? Say it again. Tyler?
Lyme disease gets its name from a small coastal town in Connecticut called Lyme.
Called Lyme.
Lyme.
Okay. I call bullshit on that Wikipedia site that you're on. Number one. Number two. Why the hell would they call it Lyme disease when it has to do with ticks? I don't understand.
The first guy that probably got bit was in Connecticut, and they figured out it was Lyme disease, so they named it after Connecticut. Just like the idiot that ate the head off the bat without cooking it was in China, and it was a China virus. I was sticking up for you.
So you're admitting that now?
Yeah, yes, I was admitting it the whole time.
Okay. Why are you yelling?
I'm a little high stressed.
Dude, I am not your wife.
I didn't
Like,
say you
don't yell at
were.
me, dude. Like, I
God.
don't appreciate that.
You told me you wouldn't yell at me if I started.
Have I yelled at you?
Yes.
You yelled at me.
Have I yelled? Has he yelled at me?
He's been yelling more than
Yeah, thank you. I
Get
appreciate
the
it.
hell out
I
of here.
appreciate it.
I'm done with you.
Freaking Poindexter.
Poindexter.
Yeah. Anyway.
Poindexter, I hang out.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and just throw this out there. That
Thank God. What?
the fight you.
Why you always want to fight me?
Because
Clearly you can kick my ass.
does not everybody want to listen to us? I hope people want to listen to us.
We do. Go ahead. What were we gonna say?
All I'm trying to say is that you can walk into a restaurant and have a mask on and then sit at your table and take your mask off and the freaking whole restaurant's packed and they act like you're not going to catch COVID from that.
COVID doesn't travel past food. That's the barrier.
I swear, I'm about to lose. Like, I'm not saying that, Keith.
No, but that's
I'm
what
saying
they
that when a
think.
restaurant is packed
Right.
and you have a lot of people compacted, it's not transferred through food. I'm just saying when
No,
you're
it doesn't
breathing
go
on other
past food.
people.
That's their mentality. I'm actually on your
I'm
side.
just saying, like, why can't you just like have the NFL stadiums at 50% capacities on? At least
That's what we were
I'm
getting at? All of that to get through the NFL at 50% capacity?
You're not even freaking playing because people get COVID.
He's yelling.
Yeah, I was yelling. I'm sorry.
You said thank you.
I was yelling.
I appreciate
I admitted that. At
Okay.
least I admit when I'm wrong.
I said I was yelling too.
Freaking
I
like when it comes to like when people don't have common sense and ignorance, I just want to fight them.
I'm ignorant and I have no common sense.
Yes.
Even though I'm agree. What does that say
So,
about you
Are
then?
you saying that the Titans and the Steelers should not have played their game because of COVID?
No, they should have.
Okay. And why should they have not canceled the game, or why should they not have at least 50% people in the stands?
They should.
Okay. Then what are you arguing?
Nothing. You just think I'm arguing. I have not argued a single thing you said. In fact, everything I've said, I've tried to. That's why I'm yelling so much. You told me that like the China virus and everybody here gasped for air like you said something horrible. And I was like, well, that's like Lyme disease. We still call it Lyme disease, and it was in Lyme, Connecticut.
I feel bad for Ryan right now. He looks really stressed out. But
It's an argument.
no,
He's trying to agree with you.
you know what? I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just still pissed off about the Lyme disease being actually called after a coastal town. Like that's really what's gotten me to this point. Because I was actually wrong, and I can admit that I'm wrong, but I'm admitting I'm wrong now. So I'm wrong.
All right.
It's ridiculous. Lyme disease. Where the hell they get that from?
Lyme, Connecticut.
Obviously, it's stupid.
It is dumb.
God.
I got Lyme disease. That's a real thing. I had it.
I know it's a real thing.
Yeah, I had it.
Like, you know, it like makes you like paralyzed and makes you retarded, right? Which
it
makes
doesn't
sense.
make you.
It really does.
You're calling me paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. There's only one paralyzed person here, and he's definitely not retarded.
How would you call him out? That is messed up, dude.
I didn't call him out. He's right there.
That's like saying a mentally ill person is retarded. And you just
You're comparing his handicap to a mental ill person?
That's what you said.
I didn't say that. You said that.
I'm not gonna argue with you anymore. God love you.
You said that when I was hanging from your garage. God bless your heart.
When you're hanging from my garage,
Did you maybe? Are you kidding me? We've done nothing but do bad things to me all week. They literally hugged me from a garage.
it was a carport.
It was a
At my land, my garage at my house is totally different.
I didn't mean I was like hanging from. I was hanging there.
Were you born in a barn?
No, I wasn't born in a barn.
You know what a garage
How is
is?
me being hung from a garage and me being in a barn? I didn't do that to myself. I didn't look at Mark and go, "Jesus, this looks like a good day to hang."
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let it out.
This has been a bad week, man.
It's okay.
I ran out of gummy bears. I can't say Preston Crisp anymore.
Yeah. And you have one nut left.
I have one nut.
It's okay. It's okay. You have one nut
My
left.
wife can't find my meat stick, evidently.
She
It's getting
obviously-
worse.
She texted and agreed.
I did. She did. And that's a problem.
Okay.
It's been a bad week. You can't make me laugh. My stomach hurts.
Okay. I don't know if people are listening, but I'm having
Deliverance? No, I said deliverance one time. He got really mad at me. I was talking to him.
Why would I get mad at you?
I said I was going to deliverance, and you were like, "Deliverance? I don't live in deliverance." And then you got mad and started yelling again.
So you want to talk about the places we live now, right?
See, this is exactly what happened. We're reliving that exact same argument. And
You
all I
want to
said,
do this?
will you leave?
You want to do this?
What did I?
You ask questions, I answer them, and he gets gassed.
Yeah.
Not even on the show.
I hate you.
You want to do this?
I don't want to do this.
Okay.
You don't live in. I love
Okay.
Arkansas.
I know you met Lobo, but he's not like everybody.
No,
Okay.
Lobo's a one of the kind person. Or dog, my bad. Is he a person? I don't know.
He's my wolf pup, okay? And he is one badass wolf pup, okay?
He's a human.
Okay.
You know who Lobo
Okay.
is? Terry.
Okay. I was looking like you got jealous of that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Guys is more like a jerk. And we have this American history hunting guy over here. He's like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, he came in here. He just never comes back. He's done. He's taking his flash drive.
Yeah, I don't want to be affiliated with this show.
Oh my
Are we at the time?
Oh yeah.
Like we're still talking?
We are. I mean, we're on.
Is this 6:32?
No.
It says 6:32 on my screen.
Okay, dude.
We have an hour left.
Yep. You ready? I told you it was gonna take. I told you not to run through these so fast.
I'm not running through this. I'm actually having more fun now.
You don't need to.
Honest to God, you want to take a break?
I guess we can.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, guys, we'll be back next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Arkansas time.
Oh, freak with me.
We'll be back next week.
Holla!
At 6:30. What? 5:30 Arkansas time. 6:30 Ohio time.
Nobody cares.